Welcome to part 29 of South Park The Fractured Butthole, and today we're going to hop on the DLC bus and go to From Dusk Till Casa Bonita. And apparently Casa Bonita is a real place that exists. I mean, it's completely overhyped on the show, that's for sure. So overhyped that Cartman would do anything to get into Casa Bonita. But since we're here, things are gonna change. And don't worry about Mysterion leaving your party if he hasn't already been dropped from your party, because he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back because primarily this DLC is all about him. He actually gave you an urgent SOS because the vampires took his sister, and now the Vamp Kids are having a birthday party here in Casa Bonita.
Kiddo. Man, those cliff divers were something, huh?
I'm not sure. I haven't even been out of the south to know exactly what Casa Bonita is, but I do know one thing. There's gonna be hell to pay.
Those fucking vampires kidnapped my sister and brought her here. Who knows what horrible things they're doing to her? You ready to do this? Good. We have to stop them. Some do not believe in vampires, but they are very real. I know we've got other problems back in South Park, but I can't let those monsters hurt my sister.
Get aside, mortals. Casa Bonita awaits.
Before we go in, I need to know that you can handle yourself. Take out these guys and I'll know you're ready. The only way to fight the darkness is with cooler, not lame darkness. Your superhero abilities alone will not be enough. You'll need to learn how to harness the powers of the Netherrealm in order to defeat these creatures.
And now we get ourselves a brand new class for this DLC, which is Netherborn. Thanks to Mysterion handing over a lot of his darkness and brooding over to me.
As a Netherborn,
He now made me a literal angel of death. Even though I'm already a chaotic Muslim. But anyway, these Vamp Kids, do not underestimate them. They hit pretty hard. Because the worst part about all this is, even though this is the DLC, the Vamp Kids, no matter who they are, will take after your might. Whatever might you are at, that's what the Vamp Kids' might will be. And they will be way too strong for you to deal with if you don't have the proper artifacts to deal with them, let alone the proper DNA. And even though I got these brand new skills, well, actually, I should have just used the hands first instead of the scythe. That would have actually dealt some serious damage to them, and more importantly, knocked out the two little vampires, because their kamikaze attacks really hurt. It's the vampire medics that actually is the problem. They can not only heal and upgrade and protect their fellow vampires, but also they can resurrect them too.
My turn.
Yeah, and the Jaws of Darkness, make sure if you honestly want to be strong, use that on yourself or on your allies, because anyone else, they'll be killed by that. And by anyone else, I mean your enemies. Man, these vampires are killing me, man. I might as well just use Grim Fate and get this over with. By the way, Grim Fate will turn you to Death himself. The very same Death who chased down Kenny as opposed to trying to kill Stan's grandpa. And you can freeze anybody in the vicinity. That will actually come in handy later. But you want to know what also would come in handy? If I would have protected myself. Alright. Time to off these little bastards. Or at least the medic. So he won't bring back the other vampire.
You're not going out like that.
Because these kids are gonna beat the shit out of me. And more importantly, they're just gonna keep coming back if you don't take out the medic. Thankfully, Mysterion will heal you just one time for this tutorial.
This was only going to end.
Anytime after that, you're on your own. So with that said, Get used to seeing these Vamp Kids, because that's your new title. Master Vampire Slayer. You have to defeat at least 60 of these Vamp Kids. You will! Trust me, you will, because they're all mandatory fights. Well, when I mentioned hell to pay, I wasn't kidding. Not just because of the Netherborn we just got, but because of Mysterion. Mysterion will do anything for Karen. Even go into a restaurant filled with nothing but vampires and beat them up by himself if he has to.
I'll never forgive myself.
And as you saw in the top right corner of the screen before the cutout, the Netherborn is actually affected by the Unholy Strength DNA. So yeah, I will get a boosted strength so long as I use the Netherborn powers. Oh, by the way, there's two ways to get into Casa Bonita. The first is to get a ticket, and the second is to sneak in through the bathroom.
Hey, no cutting.
I think that's what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna go buy a ticket.
Over the age of 2 must purchase a mid-ticket at the register in order to experience the magic of Casa Bonita. That's right, 1 ticket will give you authentic Mexican food, death-defying cliff divers, the world-famous Black Bart's Cave, and more. All for the low price of $17 per person.
Wow, that sounds fucking awesome!
Just come back when you have one of these tickets and all of that is yours.
We have to find another way in. Think of something, Buttlord. Karen doesn't have much time left.
Now, originally you're supposed to use the snap pops to get both tickets out of the register and from the guy's hand, and use the time fart to get it out of the guy's hand. However, I forgot to do that. Or rather, this is the first time I was playing this, and by harsher in hindsight, and I looked at my notes, that's supposed to... You destroying the register is what you're supposed to do to get the ticket out. Damn it.
Definitely do not
Oh
have
well,
money. There must
let's
be
just
another way
pay
in.
for the original
If you
way.
spot me, I will almost certainly never
It's
pay back.
$34 to get in. Well, for both me and for Kenny. So, oh well.
Meal ticket, go ahead in.
Good job. Let's go. Look at them. Those poor bastards don't even know that vampires are among them. We have to stop this evil once and for all. Look, vampires!
Fellow vampires, we are gathered in evil, here in this hour of darkness, in order to celebrate my birthday! Now, let us feast on the blood of the virgin, Strawberry Daiquiri!
I want one.
There's Karen. Oh no. Look at her hair and her clothes. They've already started the transformation. Let's go before it's too late.
Hey, new kid, dude, over here!
Now it's time for us to go to confront them, but first we're gonna have to take a little detour. Because a certain someone had earned himself a spot in jail in Casa Bonita.
Me in jail. I need your help. Need you to take a picture of me for my Instagram page while I'm in jail.
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you, asshole! Come on, I'm not leaving without my commemorative photograph. Move the camera into place and let's get some
Let's
memories.
go.
Yes, that's it, butthole.
Well, Cartman has
Yes, now come
some
here.
gall trying to get a selfie while we're trying to stop a vampire infestation. So we're gonna have to push the camera right over here so we can take a picture of Cartman in jail. Ironically enough, he ended up there in the episode where Casa Bonita first
What do you
debuted.
know? I'm gonna do whatever I can to help.
And with getting Eric Cartman out of jail and taking this picture, he is now going to be one of the playable characters during this DLC. We have one more, and she'll be relatively new.
It's me, Human Height. I'm undercover.
No, it's not Call Girl, that's for damn sure. Oh, by the way, my mariachi sombrero, just use the snap pops to get it down.
Mexican food gives me heartburn, so I'm just eating the lettuce.
Self-observe!
Let's get your amazing soap.
This is also based off of the Casa Bonita episode, because everyone was going to Casa Bonita, and Cartman wanted to go and tried to pull some dirty shit just to get in. Unfortunately, that did not succeed. Oh, by the way, you can actually find someone's wallet in the bathroom here. But that's not all. I also recently picked up a honey sopapilla. Now, sopapillas are going to be your healing items for this battle. No, not, well, I would say battle, but rather healing items for this DLC. As the sopapillas will eventually heal you, however they'll cast slow. And of course, you'll end up getting a recipe for them later. You can't actually take a selfie with this kid, not until we deal with the storyline a little bit further, and also get him some prizes, because he's a spoiled brat. Anyway, let's go and invade that birthday party.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You know, I may be a cop and Mike's stepdad, but my real passion is stand-up comedy. Who wants to hear a joke? James Woods dates a woman his own age. The end. We're having fun, aren't we? That was the punchline. Okay, who wants a strawberry daiquiri?
Back away from the girl.
I'm an angel.
I'm here to save you, Karen. I won't let them turn you into one of them.
Hey, kid, just trying to be friends with her.
Fine. I'm just gonna have to beat the crap out of you.
Alright, folks, round 2 with the vampires. This also is a mandatory battle that you can't get out of. Yeah, there are random encounters, but also there are mandatory battles, and majority of them are mandatories. And also, Mike just ran off with your sister. Or should I say, Kitty's sister.
Take your time.
Considering that it is now 4-on-3, I might as well even the odds for a couple of turns. And show these little vampire kids what's up. I changed out my skills, but the problem of the matter is, even though I changed out my skills, the select, not the select button, I mean the menu button. Yes, the menu button started acting up during this DLC. You'll see it apparently in part 30 through 32. Definitely part 32, but the menu button was not responding for any reason whatsoever. And I wanted to change my skills and change my abilities so I could take on the Vamp Kids easily and defeat them.
You'll be fine. We're all just having fun. I bet this party's gonna be talking to schoolyard tomorrow.
Unfortunately, what happened was the select button after this fight ended up being screwed up, so I couldn't really change up my abilities.
Turning out to be right.
I think this is a glitch, and oh yeah, I forgot, these Vamp Kids love to heal themselves with those bats. Stop doing that! Well, they don't hit nearly as hard as the others. They still hit pretty hard. Alright, might as well go full on Coon, or not, I guess. I think there's something we could do. I mean, I couldn't change Grim Fate, which is what I wanted to do, but then the select button just started acting stupid. And I think I chilled one of them. Wait, no, I chilled only... No, I didn't chill anybody, actually. Crap! Oh, she's dead. And now, there's... Oh, another one.
I'm smoking a cigarette?
We have a common enemy. Join us. Help us fight the Vamp Kids.
Whatever, but I'm not wearing one of those costumes.
Wow, a plant in the audience. You kids know how to put on a show.
down, all the rest of them to go.
And with that, Henrietta joins our force, while the vampires themselves get reinforcements to help them in their battle. Well, Henrietta is actually a rather unique and actual pretty powerful ally that came out of the DLC. I like playing with Henrietta. She's really devastating, as you can clearly see with her cigarette. Although there are some enemies that will be immune to fire, and I kind of had to cut out due to the fact that the DVR came off. There is still the matter of Henrietta using the signs of Satan to give healing to everyone, not to mention protection. And also, there's another move where she heals or whether she removes the bad stats off of people, and at the same time puts on the vampiric stat onto, or should I say life stealer stat, to your party member, and they'll explode on contact to enemies that happen to be in the vicinity, and that life will return back to them. Henrietta is really damn good.
Life is pain.
And then there's her ultimate.
You kids are bringing a crazy.
You thought Mysterion was a really good healer. You ain't seen Henrietta. So, with that said, we're going to be going to town on these Goth Kids now, or should I say Vampire Kids, now that Henrietta's on our team.
Wow, that's pretty goth.
I can't do anything for right now. We're just going to have to sit tight.
Don't mess this up, dickbag.
Although there will be a remedy for that problem later on, and that remedy will be in the form of a Vamp Kid's tome,
Satisfactory.
or teleportation tome, sorry. But with that said, we beat up the Vamp Kids, got the tome of teleportation, Sopapilla, and Henrietta's character sheet. Funny thing is, even she has a weakness. What the hell, Cartman?
What did you find, butthole? It's some kind of medallion. Come on, Karen's in that room. It's locked.
Oh wow, you kids found one of the secret scavenger hunt vampire relics. Find 3 more to get in the special party room. It's VIP only. Cool, huh? I came up with it myself. We like to have fun here.
They have my little sister in there. Can't you just open it with a regular key?
Sorry, this door has a vampire protection spell. You'll have to finish the scavenger hunt if you want to get it open.
Come on, let's go find the rest of these stupid relics.
And with that, Henrietta is unlocked and now available to play outside of the DLC. So now we're going to have to find the rest of those relics. And the first place we're going to have to go to is the arcade.
Anybody find anything?
Nothing yet.
Unfortunately, Cartman is going to be sitting on his behind eating sopapillas. And the only way to actually get a selfie with him is to feed him 10 sopapillas. I hope Cartman gets constipation. Whatever the case, we find Rosie Dew and Rosie Face. Those are actually it's kind of a multicolored beehive hairdo and makeup. I'm guessing it's for the girl, boy, trans, or whatever.
The cleaning crew just needs a few minutes.
But actually that is part of the restaurant theme here. Oh, and we're about to fight more Vamp Kids. Because they're in the arcade too. And the only way for us to actually find the relics, one of the relics just so happens to be an arcade prize. But first, we kind of don't have a choice but to go toe-to-toe with the Vamp Kids.
I want that bear wearing the sombrero, but I don't.
And he also wants a bear wearing a sombrero. But you can't get that because you're going to have to win it on an arcade machine. So let's fight the Vamp Kids. It's the only way for us to actually get the arcade free from them, so we can actually win some prizes. And yeah, I'm going to be stuck with the skill for a while. Bear with me, folks, because this is the part where the menu button actually starts to break. Alright, let's give you this. Yes, let's give this to Cartman.
Give it to me.
Maybe I'll be able to go over to that other side and pound that vampire. Might as well, cause these vampires has really high HP thanks to the fact that they all share the same might as I do.
Now you've angered an elder vampire. Yes.
Oh crap.
Have a really good
That
time.
one has blocking. As if things weren't difficult enough. Well, not difficult. Rather, these vampires hit
Enemy of my
really
enemy
hard.
is a conformist raccoon. It's my turn to express myself.
Might as well set this one on fire at least. If I'm close.
Hail Satan.
What? Supercharge the Q, not that stupid butthole.
Alright.
I'm readying my action.
Of course, the Vamp Kids can actually attack from a far off distance even if there's obstacles, so long as their bats are in range. So, bear that in mind if you're trying to go toe-to-toe with the Vamp Kids. Especially with the Coon. The Coon is close range, and he has to be close range in order to actually do something. He can be isolated by these Vamp Kids, and that happens a lot in this playthrough, I can assure you. This should take care of the blocking, at least. Oh, I still have, oh, you know, I thought I used the,
I'm not the only one.
double edge, but I didn't. But beware also, the vampire bites hurt more than the bats. Alright. We got him bleeding. Well, at least one of them.
Time to die.
At least one thing I know for sure, vampires don't drink their own blood. That's kind of impossible.
You're on fire.
And damn. There's a... I have an ultimate waiting for these guys, and I can't use it yet.
Hey, stupid vampires.
Well, this is gonna suck.
I smell blood.
Cartman is getting isolated and pounded.
Next little shit.
But then again, that's what happens if you're a close range fighter in a far range with far range fighters.
We'll never win.
Hey, well, for the most part, at least we can knock out that one vampire with Mysterion. Or try to. Switch to the Coon. Switch to the Coon.
You're going to part.
I guess I could use the jowls to protect myself.
I hunger. Yeah.
Stop it!
Don't let these poses get to you.
Man, he just seriously broke through my protection. But that's okay. We're about to sweep these guys. Or, I might as well just take out this vampire right here. That's just one less vampire that's trying to kill us. But now it's time for some healing. For us, not them. This is Henrietta's special. She summoned Satan himself to steal the souls of the enemies and transfer it over to our allies.
Hey, no transdimensional.
Well, for the most part, at least he's not attached to Saddam Hussein anymore.
Walk it off, buttlord.
Yeah, I brought reference to that too, and for good reason. That was one of the things that Satan was most notorious for, his relationship with Saddam Hussein. Alright.
They'll feel
I
that in their
think we've got these guys on the ropes. Or rather, they just have way too much HP. They just have stupidly high HP to deal with. One of the two.
Vamp Kids deserve what comes to them.
Yes.
Well, at least for the most part, I have my abilities still here to try to cut these guys off at the pass. Ooh, I know. I'll just use the jowls to stop him. Or at least the jowls to kill one of them and the jaws to kill another one. Alright, the Dire Shroud, that's what it is. There's one. And now I'm close enough.
Coon approves.
Too bad it didn't kill him. I know this battle's taking really long. That's because they have stupidly high HP. Alright, we've got one more Vamp Kid to kill because I just killed one of them. So, yeah.
Thoughts and satanic prayers.
And we're all blocked. Let's see how far Henrietta's fire could go. Oh, yeah, I also had to stop because, again, the,
As an expert on pain,
DVR cut off. I mean, yeah, it can be really annoying, but hey. And for the most part, I managed to finish the fight. All I did was just give myself some healing. That's it. And, yeah, finishing off a vampire with a bomb. Nobody ever thinks to use that, now did they? But for the most part, we got vampire fluid. Vampire potion, I think.
Where's the relic?
Beyond your reach, mortal. It's behind the counter and you'll never win enough tickets to get it.
We'll see about that.
Well, in order for us to get the relic, we're gonna need about 10 tickets. Or was it 5? Oh, it's Vampire Elixir, that's what it was. But whatever the case, Vampire Elixir is something that is rather needed. Oh, and by the way, this video game too, you're gonna have to play the video games to get enough money to get the Vampire Relic. Even if it means replaying games that you've already played. Like, for instance, this is what we did back in the last part. But as I was saying, the Vampire Elixir that I recently got is the one that gave you the Life Stealer stat. Which, of course, if you attack the enemy, you'll steal whatever life they have and it'll last for a certain amount of turns. Stock up on Vampire Elixirs, because you will need them later, seeing as how they've been released as of this DLC. Oh, and you can actually use it outside of the DLC anyway. But now we're playing the fish game, which you're trying to get Kanye West, or should I say Gay Fish's mom, to heaven. And of course, the longer I would have took, I would have gotten more tickets. But seeing as how I passed it, I managed to score 4 arcade tickets. And I'm pretty sure there's a broken ticket in here too. Now for that guy, you're going to have to give that jam ticket to the kid in the yellow shirt. But I managed to get enough tickets for the relic that we need to continue. Now for the bear, I'm going to have to get more tickets. And that means playing some skee-ball. Well, you can't really play whack-a-mole, but you can play skee-ball. Oh, and the Smoky Eyes costume is right underneath the foosball table. Or the air hockey table, sorry. And this is the skee-ball. Skee-ball is basically you using your fart instead of your arm strength to pop a ball into one of the scores. And of course, you only have like 5 balls to work with. If you get over 250... Oh, I did not mean to do that. If you get over 250, you'll score about 3 tickets. But I think if you score 1,000... Oh, I think 500, sorry. If you score 500, that's about 5 tickets. The reason why I'm doing this is because in order to get a selfie with that one kid, you need to get 10 tickets to buy the bear with the sombrero. And it's not just for the kid, it's also for his mom too. So that's practically what it is. Oh, I only got 100. And I managed to score 2 tickets. How many do I need for that bear? I need... Well, I needed 5 actually. For the, oh, I thought I had 5 for the Vampire Relic, but I guess not. Oh, and by the way, there are some epic
Okay, you keep your nose clean out there.
there are some epic relics that happen to be there. And now, I should say epic artifacts that happen to be there. And now that I managed to get the vampire relic, we can continue with the story. But instead, I'm going to play some skee-ball to try to get enough so that I can get some of these relics off screen, not to mention get that selfie. I'll come back when I get the selfie, but for right now, I'm showing you guys how to try to get at least over 200. I mean, you have to time your ball pushes at least among with your farting, I guess. Aww, I thought it was going to land in the 10 spot. You're basically using the L and R button to try to control your farts. Oh, come on, it was in there! I got 2 tickets. That's okay. I'll try one more time. Because I probably am going to need about 20 of them in order to get everything that's in that prize center. Alright. Ooh, I managed to score 100. Nice. I mean, you can score up to 500. And I managed to score up to 200, so let's see if I can get another 100. Oh, that's bogus. And we got over 200 at least. Let's see how many tickets we got there. 2? Crap. I guess it's over 250. But nonetheless, folks, while I'm dealing with the skee ball off screen, I'll see you guys in the next episode when we continue the DLC in part 30. This is RDman985. See you guys next time.